Finding balance in the modern world isn't easy, but I believe nature has everything we need. I'm Frankie Paz, a plant-based chef living on a narrowboat in one of the busiest cities. Nature is my muse and I create delicious recipes, forage wild herbs from city parks and follow nature cycles and prove that city living can be done differently. Through good food and raw, honest storytelling, I celebrate the magic and messiness of life. So today we're going to be working with the aubergine. When cooked badly, it's disgusting. But when cooked brilliantly, it's amazing. And that's what we're going to do. Slow roast this, and then we're going to have it with like tomatoes and coriander seeds and garlic on a bed of, I would use butter beans, but I'm using cannelloni today because cannellini, actually, I think they're pronounced. Using them in a puree, and you get the bread and you just smash it all together. It's going to be great. With the aubergines, we're going to just put them, going to cut them into little slices actually, so they give a little bit more of a like meatier texture. And then you got to salt these, just kind of gets the bitterness out. But when you're slow roasting them, to be honest, I don't think it matters too much because they're going to be roasted for a while. And they're going to get really like caramelized and just kind of like juicy. Gas mark 7. We just want to make sure that there's a good glug of oil because aubergine just soaks on it all up. Yeah. They are going to be in there probably for about, I'd say, half an hour to 40 minutes. You'll know when they start, you don't want them to be rubbery at all. There is nothing worse than a rubbery aubergine. So you'll see, because they'll kind of really caramelise, they'll shrink half in size. And that's how you'll know. So now what I'm going to do is cut some onion up and then fry it with some cumin seeds and coriander. And we're going to use like tinned cherry tomatoes, just so they've got lots of flavour and richness. Like 4 cloves of garlic there. Yum. So we're going to add some olive oil with, I'd say, like a teaspoon of coriander seeds and half a teaspoon of these. And I'm just going to mash these up here. And what this does is it just kind of breaks the flavours up. So when they're fried, they really come together. And once them onions have softened, and the seeds have popped, then we'll add the garlic, minced garlic, and chilli. Oh, it smells amazing. I love cooking with coriander seeds, and I just love cooking with the seeds, and like as soon as they get heat with a little bit of oil, they just come to life, and it's just an infusion. This is the base of this amazing sauce. Add a chilli, as you know by now, I like things spicy. Adding the passion in all the time. Smells so good. Gonna add a little bit of paprika too. Why not? Yum. Okay, we'll turn that down. Now I'm going to add these tin cherry tomatoes. Great. And then we're just going to push these down a little bit just to get them really juicy. And we're just going to add a teaspoon, just to balance it out, of coconut sugar. Just because sometimes when you're working with tomatoes, it can feel like quite acidic. So we just add a teaspoon of coconut sugar just to balance that. So we're going to wait, once the aubergines are done, we're going to incorporate the aubergines in here with loads of parsley and a little bit of squeeze of lemon. But in the meantime, while that is, oh, it's quite fun squashing these, to be honest. It's like, oh, will it get me? Will it not? Well, we're going to leave this on low heat, and we're going to make a little bit of a a little bean puree thing. So you can use whatever beans you want. I'm going with cannellini just because that's what I had. And that's what we're going with. Give them a nice little rinse. So we're going to add a good amount of cumin powder. Salt. A little bit of nutritional yeast. Teaspoon of tahini. I'd say this is probably 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I'm just going to use water in this. There we go. So that was, I'd say like half a cup. 3/4 of a cup actually. Let me give this a little blend. You just want like a thick, creamy kind of puree there. Wow. Oh, fuck. It's boiling. So you can see this is like gooey almost. So we're going to pour this now in here. And then what I'm doing is just kind of mashing it all together a little bit so it's all incorporated. Oh, it smells amazing. Then I'm going to throw loads of parsley in. I used to hate aubergine. Then I realised that people have just been cooking it wrong. So this could be served hot or cold. And this dish will be served really nicely with the broccoli that we made before. Some of you have watched that episode, some of you haven't. But it's a good recipe and it'll work perfectly with this. Them coriander seeds, you get a burst of that. It's like a burst of flavour in your mouth. So now I'm just going to make a little, leave that on low, just so all of them flavours marinate, and make a little like kind of tahini cream to go on top. Super easy. Let's just do a tablespoon of tahini, a dot of agave, pinch of salt, bit for good luck, and then some lemon. Mix that together. Might need a little bit of, I'd say like a teaspoon of water. There we go. It's just more just for a little drizzle. I love using tahini just because when you do, because I come from like more of a raw food cooking background, we always use cashews all the time, and I just can't be asked to soak cashews. And tahini's like a really good way to make a sauce that's natural. I mean, you could use yogurt and things like that, but even with then, there's something about tahini that gives it that real kind of fatty kind of texture that combined with the vegetables just really balances well. Just gonna add a little bit more salt to this, some pepper. You could actually even serve this with rice if you wanted to, and not do the butter bean puree thing. Well, actually I use cannellini beans. The way I like to cook is basically like a vegetable and loads of sauce. It is massive. But again, this is another sharing plate, so you'd have this with like the broccoli and then this. It's all about the bits. That's actually my favourite way to eat. It's just like, just a bit of everything, to be honest. Pure feast vibes. Then we drizzle this over. Look at that. Bit more pepper. Voila. I'm going to get the bread and dunk the bread in there. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely banging. Like. So it's all about getting a bit of everything. Basically another metaphor for life. Dun, dun, dun. Oh shit, it's going to be too much. That is so good. It's like a warm kind of salad on some level. It just hits all the notes. It tastes super fresh. Yum. Yeah, so I'd say it's like comforting and fresh, and you can have bread. You could also have like rice with it. Yeah. Come, get involved.